Hello, welcome to Game Rating Review. I'm doing a vlog in 2020. My last vlog was a Christmas vlog in 2019. Haven't really made any since then. And yeah, so as you can tell by the title of this video, I had a scare. I had a very scary scare. And let's talk about that, I guess. So my brother got me this shirt, this one, and I like this shirt a lot. It's from when we play Quiplash, which is probably, if you've been on my channel, it's the only thing I've been doing is playing Quiplash for the past 2 months. So I haven't filmed or even recorded a video in 2 months. I weighed myself and wasn't happy with the weight, and I started to get anxious about it, started dieting, and then I started to feel faint and my eyes were blurry, and I was like, oh no, what is all of this? And I went to the doctor, and there's a picture with me of this shirt, and there is a thing around my arm, and my sister asked, hey, what's that thing on your arm? What was that for? And I said, well, I did my monthly, or my every 6 months I go to the doctor because I'm very paranoid about my health, and I have health insurance, so that helps because I have a job that gives me health insurance. But I went in, did blood work, and they said that I was fine. That actually everything looked good. I have good sugar. I have good cholesterol. Not good cholesterol. I'm taking cholesterol meds, and that's helping manage it. And that I'm looking good. And I was like, oh, like for 2 weeks of my life, I thought I had diabetes. And I was freaking out about it. I was like, oh, I have two coworkers who had lost a ton of weight, and one of them was pre-diabetic. And it's scary because I thought, oh man, I'm going to have to prick my finger. I'm going to have to be aware of things that I'm going to be eating and doing. And if you get it, and it can be permanent, and it can be the rest of your life. And not that it's impossible to live with diabetes, but it does make your life harder, measurably. And I didn't want that, obviously. And I also figured, even though my test came out good, I figure I can't maintain this level of weight. I was almost 400 pounds. I was very close to hitting that. And I was like, like my back would hurt when I would just stand there. And I knew that something needed to change, and I'm kind of glad this scare happened. It kind of scared me out of that. It scared me out of just eating all the time, whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. Austin's a great city for food, and it's hard for me to not do that. And I realized that I'm always falling back in or out of diets, and I need something to help me with that. And basically, I had to tell myself, like, it's an addiction. I really have to treat food as an addiction. And if I cheat once on my diet in any way, then I'm just going to fall back into my old habits, which, be realistic, made me unhappy. Being a fat guy, not a fun, happy thing to be. I've been doing a deep dive on Wings of Change and Boogie 2988, and they both got bypass surgery, gastronomy, stomach surgery to shrink their stomach so they can lose weight. And I'm like, I don't want to be that. I don't want a surgery to tell me that I have to lose weight, or I don't want to be dependent on something that, number one, is so expensive, number two, is dangerous, and number three, it doesn't always work. Like, you do it, you lose the weight, and then you just end up gaining it back after a while because your stomach, it expands and contracts. And yes, the first week sucked of dieting, and I was hungry the whole time. And the second week kind of sucked, but now I'm going into my third week, and it feels great. It feels good to be dieting and to be like, I want to live, I want to be alive. I don't want to, I don't want to complain about life. 2020 sucks, and everyone's complaining about it, and I get it. It does suck. 2020 has been the worst year ever. A lot of people are passing away, and people are losing their jobs, and we're uncertain over the future. But I also lost my job. I was on furlough for 2 months, and I was creating content during that time, and then I just kind of lost it. I was like, I don't really feel like doing content anymore. I wasn't motivated. And then I was on furlough, and then I got fired. And then after I got fired, I super didn't want to film anything, so I was kind of down on myself, and then I found a new job and new coworkers, and everything's actually great with my new job. And since I started that, the 2 months that I haven't created anything, it's just because I've been focusing on my job and just focusing on otherwise just relaxing. And now I'm focusing on a diet, but that's starting to, my body's starting to get used to that. I've lost 13 pounds in 2 weeks already. And, once you get over 30 and you're still living that lifestyle, it's probably time to make a change because you may not make it to 60 or even 50. So I want to change that so I can live a longer life because I am enjoying my life. Like, seriously, I am. Other than the obvious COVID stuff that's going on, I genuinely am enjoying life. I've been playing a lot of video games. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed because I love listening to podcasts and Assassin's Creeding. Of course, I played Final Fantasy VII, and I've played Last of Us 2, or you may not know I played Last of Us 2, but I didn't like it, and not for the reasons other people didn't like it. I just couldn't get over it. I couldn't get over what happened in that game. And I just took all the enjoyment of the rest of the game out. That's it. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, I like that I'm losing weight. I have more energy. I like that I like my job, which is weird because the good thing about living in Austin is that I was able to pick and choose and be very picky about the job I want, because there's a lot here and there's a lot to choose from. And even when I picked this job, I was afraid of all the other opportunities I could have missed out on. There was other jobs I wanted and didn't get. It's not like you're going to get everything, but the fact that I landed it was great, and the people I work with are great. And I think that's what makes a good job is your coworkers and your boss and everything. That, even if the work itself sucks, it's the people you work with that really, really make the job tolerable, because at least you're together in it and you feel like you're a unit instead of like, oh, I don't like this person, oh, I got to deal with this drama, and not having that, and not being, because at my old job I was stressed out every single day. I was like, oh man, and especially when COVID hit, I didn't know if I was going to have a job or not, or what was going to happen. So the last month, right before I got furloughed and then fired, I was super stressed out. So to be rid of that is great. To have this new job is great. To push for what you want is great. I'm finding. If you want more work, you got to go to a place that has more work. If you don't like your job, you quit your job. You may not like the job that comes after it, but luckily being in Austin and just being in Texas, you have options. Some people are afraid to move or afraid to do anything forward because they're like, if I quit my job, I don't know what's next for me. But me, my brother David, and my friend Nick Guidry have all quit our jobs, moved on, and were able to find something better than what we have. I mean, I guess we are younger. They're younger than me. But I did it in my older age, and I was able to find something that I love. But luckily, I'm in a city that helps me with that, and they are too. I'm also in a city that also encourages my weight loss, which is great, but it really comes down to you when it comes to weight loss. You have to be the one in charge of it, and if you have a family, your family all has to be in. And I know it's a terrible time to lose weight or get on a diet, because we're on the precipice of the holidays, because Halloween's coming up, which I love Halloween so much. Can't wait to start the spooks. And then you got Thanksgiving, and then you have Christmas. And like dieting during December I don't think I've ever done it once in my life. So this will probably be the first year I actually diet. I'm going to try to diet. My birthday's in November, and I think that'll be the first time I have sweets since I've started dieting. That's my goal, to get there and then eat like some cake or something, which I'll probably throw up. But that's my goal, is to make it to that. My goal is actually to just get under 300 pounds right now. That's my biggest goal. And then once I get there, it'll be to get to 200 pounds, probably. But for now, I'm excited. I'm loving my diet. It's nothing crazy. I wanted to do keto, but I've heard mixed things. My wife is not a fan of keto, so I've just decided we're just going to diet, and I do a little bit of exercise. I have an elliptical, which is good, and that's helping. I'm just like, I don't want to mess this diet up. I don't want to be as big as I am. I hate like how tired I am going up the stairs and how much my back hurt when I would just cook, which, I love cooking. So it's been helpful. It's been surprising even within 2 weeks how, hey, I'm able to walk around and not get winded, and I'm able to do A, B, and C just from losing 10 pounds. I feel a million times better. I feel more cognizant. I feel less depressed than I was. I feel less down. I feel less cloudy in the head even. I feel really good. And other than playing Overcooked 2 with my wife, which is testing the limits of our marriage, everything is going good. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna start making weekly news shows again this week, which is gonna be great. I miss doing the weekly news show. I finally feel like I have the energy to match it finally. I'm gonna keep doing Quiplash because, Quiplash is amazing, and it's me trying to stop my friends and family from doing anything too offensive on it, and be like, hey, well, don't bring politics in, don't bring anything crazy in there, and trying to manage that. But mostly it's not clean, but it's funny and it's good, and I like doing Quiplash. And we're still doing our podcast, Geek Rating Review, which I love. Me and Nick did one, just me and him. And hopefully we can make a lot more in the future. It just takes me so long to edit those because they're like hour and a half, and I just have to edit out just to make our conversations flow a little better, because sometimes we'll stop talking for like 10 minutes and go get a drink or use the bathroom during a podcast. But I'm liking all that. I'm happy to do the weekly news show. I'm looking so excited for that. Yeah, I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm just going to put up videos I feel like putting, topics I feel like putting out whenever I feel like putting them out. I don't think the vlog will be a new thing. If there's something I want to talk about video game wise and hyper focus on that, then I'll do that. Otherwise, I don't know. I just wanted to give y'all an update on how I'm doing, where I've been. Yeah, so y'all be safe out there, and y'all watch out for hurricanes. And yeah, thank y'all for watching up to this point if you had. And yeah, I'll see y'all at the weekly news show and when I play Quiplash.